So I am going to show you how to cut your circle fabric. I wrote out step-by-step instructions with photos, but sometimes it's easier with a video. So I'm not showing the whole thing because y'all can go to the blog post, but this is the base of the ghost. And this cone, you need to know how much fabric you need in a circle so that it lays the way it's supposed to. And you need the height twice and then the width. Height twice is 20, so that's 40. And then this is 5 inches, so that's 45. And I rounded up to 48, so I will have a little bit of puddling right here. So I need a 48-inch circle. 48 inches is your diameter. If you have a 48-inch circle, you have a 24-inch radius because your radius is half your diameter of your circle. So to make a circle, what you do is you get your fabric. This is some funky fabric I found at Hobby Lobby, and you fold it over itself. So here's your end, you fold it over, and you want the fold to be 24 inches from the fold to the edge of the fabric. You don't want to go any further than that because you're going to waste your fabric. So this is 24 inches. You've got 2 layers here. So you're just noting that this is 24 inches. The next thing you do is you take your ruler, you put the end on the end of the fabric. So you're going to take your fabric marker and mark at 24 inches. That's the radius of your circle. That's also going to be the center point when you lay the fabric out on top of the ghost's head, so you'll know you have your fabric even, but we'll get to that in a minute. Now you're going to take your fabric marker and you're going to take a piece of string longer than 24 inches. I would say about 34. It doesn't really matter, but you want enough length. I'm going to put the top on right now. That you're going to tie a knot on your marker, a double knot, just so it won't come off. Okay, and you're going to take your marker side down, and you're going to stretch this out, stretch the string out to 24 inches. And I mark it with my fingernail. I take the top off my marker and mark the string at 24 inches. Then I take a stick pin, and at that mark, or a straight pin, I put my pin through it. So I've got it. Now I take my pin and come down to this where I marked it in the fabric, and I pin it. By the way, this is exactly how you make a Christmas tree skirt too. So I've got my pin marked. I've got my string tight at 24 inches. Can you see that? See the string? And I'm going to make my first mark. I'm going to pull it out here. You don't have to make just enough for you to see it. Now, the one thing you want to do is you want to take your left hand and you want to hold that pin down so that your fabric doesn't come up like that. So you got to hold it down and mark. And keep your string tight. Hang on, I'm going to move this. Keep your string tight. That's how you know you're at 24 inches, and you just start marking. It doesn't have to be perfect. And y'all probably can't see this purple mark very well. That's okay, I can. And I'm gonna switch hands. I've got half done. Hold that pin. Keep the string straight and keep marking. So now I'm gonna set my pen to the side, take my scissors, and I have cut a circle. Well, I've drawn, not cut, I've drawn out half of the circle. And so you just start cutting on that mark, and y'all probably can't see that very well, but that's okay because I can. And you will be able to as well because you will have a marker. But you want to use a fabric marker because it disappears after a while and it's not going to leave a permanent mark on your fabric. And when you're cutting this fabric, whatever it is, it's going to shed, but once you get it cut, it doesn't shed anymore. And if your fabric is really slippery, you probably want to use pins, but I've done this all my life, so I'm not using this. And when you open it up, you've got your circle. And the cool thing about it is, remember the pin that you put in? That is the center of your circle. So when you take your big ghost, let me see if I can do that, Me and this tripod are having some issues today. When you take your fabric and put it on your ghost, you're gonna find that mark. On the pin. Right there. I don't know if you can see that, but there is the mark. That's the center of the ghost head, and that's how you know that you have distributed your fabric evenly. And I'm going to take that pin and I'm going to pin straight through into the styrofoam. Now I have me a little ghosty poo. Hang on. This fabric wants to stick to the cone. And so there's enough puddling around that's going to cover your batteries, and then you put your eyes on and whatever you want to do. I would recommend stringing your lights around the bottom of the cone before you put your fabric on, because it's a lot harder to do it with the fabric on. And then because you've got your pin here, you're going to flip the fabric up. The fabric won't go anywhere, and you're going to put your hot glue here. Flip it back over, then do the same thing on the other side, and that way your fabric doesn't slide around on you. But that is how you make a circle. And so now you can go make yourself a Christmas tree skirt too.